Hi there everyone, and welcome to another one of my live videos, Facebook or Instagram, wherever you tune in from, or YouTube, which is where it'll be posted later. And pardon me if I'm not staring straight into the camera because I've got two phones pointed in my direction and one is slightly on this side, one slightly on that side. So how's your day been going? So I wanted to first of all say thank you to all the people who commented and supported the last video I did, where I spoke a little bit about dealing with negative comments on social media and how it can burn you out. And I spoke about somebody by the name of William Osman, whose video I had watched, and I was inspired by that. But I read from so many of you that you relate, and that's why you don't go out in public and do things, and that you're an empath. And so it was in a way sad that so many people feel that way, but also in a way heartening that there's so many of us, and together we can kind of do something about it.
Happy Rebirthday to you.
What?
Happy Rebirthday to you.
What's going on, Boo?
Sorry, you're on. You know, it's 3:36 p.m.
Yes.
on February the 3rd.
Oh.
Hi everybody. It's February. Sorry to interrupt. It's 3:36 p.m. on February the 3rd. It's the wrong time zone, but do you remember what time you came out of your coma?
About 3 o'clock. You're
Yes,
right. About
exactly. So
on February the 3rd.
It was round about 3:35, 3:36,
I didn't
something
realize
like that.
the time was right. I mean, I knew today was my rebirthday, but I wasn't.
Happy rebirthday to you. Happy rebirthday to... Sorry, I had to interrupt it. I know I can't sing, but happy
Thank
rebirthday.
you. Mwah. Thank you. Now you've got lipstick on your lips.
Oh, well, okay. All right. Well, anyway, so I will leave you guys.
You don't have to leave. I think people love you. You have kind of a bit of a fandom going on. Are you aware of the t-shirt that you're wearing?
Oops. Anyway, it's nice being here today.
It is. It's nice having you here. I see the camera keeps moving and fiddling.
I'm trying to get Danny in the frame.
Oh, okay.
So that we can.
I'll move out.
Perfect. There you go. So we
Why
can.
do you want to get me in the frame?
Because people love you.
Oh, hello everybody.
It's for blackmail later. We can be like, look at what Danny Morjani was wearing on stream.
Ah,
Yes, exactly. Oh, they're gonna have to put those, the blurry thing they do in porn films.
Excuse me? Excuse me? No, I don't. No, I have no idea what they do in movies like that, Anita. It's okay. You get away with it. It's your birthday.
I'm some of age. It's my 17th birthday today.
Oh my gosh.
I'm almost an adult.
Sweet
Exactly.
17.
Are you allowed to drink legally in California at 17?
No, you're not. Thank
20
goodness I don't drink anyway.
21?
21. So I still have a few years to go.
Okay, I'll have a beer on your behalf today then.
Yes, you can. You may.
Yes. Okay.
So this means Danny is actually with a younger woman.
Oh my gosh, that's
There you
true.
go.
Much.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, yeah, hey, this is California, it's like a...
Anything goes.
Yeah,
Exactly. Next thing you know, he's going to have a sports car with the top down.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grow a ponytail. There you go.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, that's good.
Exactly. I'll grow a ponytail and drive one of those idiotic cars, that... I'll go and buy a Lamborghini that goes from 0 to 300 in the blink of an eye on LA roads at rush hour.
Nice.
You'll be stuck. Yeah. Inching forward.
Inching forward, exactly. At the super speed of like 9 miles an hour.
That's LA for you.
Exactly.
Oh. So what shall I talk about today? Being my NDE birthday and all that.
You can talk about NDEs, you can talk about things to... Ooh,
How? Yes.
I know what you can talk about.
What?
You can talk about the minutes after you woke up and you saw me staring at you going like, hey.
And you were like, what have I done?
And I was like Milton the monster, Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was probably more like Milton the monster.
Oh, it was so good to
woke
see
up and I was
you. You were
rainbow
so
and
happy. That was so heartening. Danny was so happy when I came out of the coma.
And then what was the first thing you said to me?
Uh,
Bring me chocolate ice cream.
I did. No, when people said that I should eat food, I said, yes, I'd like chocolate ice cream. That was the first thing I wanted to eat, chocolate ice cream. I even remember.
Yes.
But it was so good to see you.
Oh, it was very nice seeing you as well. Very, very nice.
That's not how I meant it.
I'm pleased.
And how did you feel at that moment when I came?
I don't know, somewhere between ecstatic, overjoyed, exuberant, somewhere in that area,
Just in that area.
Yeah, overjoyed, exuberant,
You're so
ecstatic,
sweet.
somewhere in that area.
The other day, somebody asked me, what is it that I love about you the most? And I mean, there's a lot. It was hard to pick one.
My culinary skills.
That's actually
my
true. But
skills at dusting. My organization skills. I have all my pencils sharpened.
you do have good organization
Yes,
skills.
exactly.
But I think what I ended up saying was what I love most is I love how much you love me. I love how you love me and how much you love me.
Oh.
That's what I love most.
Oh.
It's a good answer.
So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm glad I came back. So I wanted to say that I am really, really, really glad I came back.
Happy rebirthday to you. I wonder if anybody else is going to join in on that song. I can't.
You are getting a lot of happy birthday wishes or
well, there you
rebirthday
go.
wishes.
There
And you know
go.
what? It's a bonus because I get 2 birthdays, and so that's so I'm super lucky. I get double presents.
Sorry, someone's asking Danny, where can I get your shirt? I love it.
Yeah, they've stopped making this. After I wore this out in public one day, I believe the company that made it, I think they got tons and tons of hate mail from people, and I think they stopped making it.
I doubt it somehow, but
Everybody loves Facebook.
Oh, that's when you got the cease and desist letter saying, please stop wearing our clothing. It's damaged. We've bankrupted us. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah, that's what
absolutely,
happened.
absolutely, yes, exactly.
yeah.
Anyway, you should see my other T-shirts. They're not as polite as this one.
You have one that says curmudgeon.
Yes. I'm going to wear that next time.
Okay.
In fact, I think I'll wear it. Where are we going for dinner?
As usual, somewhere cheap and cheerful. This feels like deja vu, by the way.
How come she never ever says we're going to something like the steakhouse, where we can get a nice, 12-ounce New York strip.
But then you'd have to change your shirt, Danny.
Yes.
You'd have to dress up.
You'd have to dress up.
Yeah.
I have a plain T-shirt. Okay. Right? It's this one here. It's my plain orange T-shirt.
And you're not wearing shorts today, so
No,
this is
true.
dressed
Oh, yeah.
up for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. Yeah. Well, okay, I'm half dressed up, So how come we never go to a steakhouse, for a nice 12-ounce?
We do sometimes go to that place that has the huge salad bar. It's the salad bar is wicked. It's like really incredible, and you know where I'm talking about. But I don't think I should be throwing brands out.
How come we never go to that place where they have just the big 14-ounce steak and the 32-ounce steak, with salad on the side?
You know what?
Yes,
she
go
goes all the time. You just don't get invited. That's where whenever Anita and I have our professional meetings.
Yeah,
where do you think we're going?
We go to these posh restaurants.
We're going to the champagne bar. We're going to
we're having the lobster tail place.
Exactly. The pregnant woman and the woman who doesn't drink. Yeah.
Exactly.
But I do have some questions, Anita. Some people are, unless we want to keep.
No,
oh no,
I'd
Danny
love
looks.
to hear.
Danny's getting too upset about being left out. Okay. So, number one, people are asking, are you having a huge chocolate cake tonight? But then I also have people saying, what was the number one thing that you came back and you were like, or do you have a number one thing that the first thing you came back you were like, Danny, I've got to tell you this.
Yes, there are quite a few. The number one thing that I was so elated about, and which I wanted everybody to know, was that the other side isn't somewhere else. It's right here. And that was the thing. That was the first thing I said. Oh my God, they're here. Dad is here. Everybody's here. And I actually said, Dad is here.
You meant in the room with you, in the hospital
In the room, in the
Wow.
hospital. And this is after I came out of it. Dad is here. They're all here. They're not somewhere else. They're right here. It's just that we don't see them unless we're like in this different state or frame or realm. There's no veil. Those were the first things I said. There's no veil between this side and that side. They're right here. That's what I kept saying over and over. And then I said, I'm going to be fine. It's not my time. I know I'm going to be fine. Another thing that do you remember that I was saying that I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine.
Yeah. Everybody remembers that, and lots of people have come and asked me, what were my thoughts when you were saying that? What did the doctors say when you were saying that? What did your brother say when you were saying that? So yeah, there's been a topic of many a side conversation I've had when you've been book signing and stuff.
Yeah, people ask you when I'm book signing.
Yeah, exactly.
And
exactly.
Interestingly, my brother, my mom, Danny, all of them believed me completely when I said, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. The doctors did not believe me. They said, oh, she's critical, and it's the meds, and they're messing with her head. And they were saying things like that to you guys.
And then did you feel like you could, when you woke up, you could still feel like your dad in the room, or you could see him in the room, or you had the impression of him was there? Because I know, you saw him on the other side?
Yes.
So did you feel like that image or that specter, for lack of a better word, was still in the room when you woke up? Or?
It was, all of it was still in the room. I could feel it.
I'll leave you to chat with the audience.
Okay. It was fun while it lasted with you. I did feel that it was all still very much in the room. Am I okay position-wise? Am I kind of in the middle?
You're in the middle.
Great.
Yeah.
And this is the part that's hard to explain. Even when I came out of the coma, I was no longer in the coma, I was still felt like I had one foot on the other side and one foot on this side. I was a little bit groggy. I did not feel I was completely here. That was interesting. And every time I would kind of doze off and fall asleep, I was back there again. That's what was really interesting for at least another 24, 48 hours, at least. It felt like I was going back and forth a little bit. One of the things that I like to share that I realized, I came back and in the work that I share and what I write, I keep telling people that the most important thing I learned was self-love. I never knew we were supposed to love ourselves. But the other piece of it, which self-love kind of feeds into it, is the most important thing I learned really was that we have a lot more autonomy over our lives and everything that happens to us than we realize. And that was the biggest thing. That's what actually healed the disease. And this is why I wanted to shout it from the rooftops. This is why I share my message. This is the why behind everything I do. It's because in the world, I notice everybody thinks that they're a victim of their circumstances. They think, oh my God, I'm a victim of whatever it is, cancer, COVID, blah, blah, blah. I have to do this or I'll get this. And this is what we're hearing from our culture. This is the dominant belief system, and this is what we're immersed in and marinated in. But in actuality, you have more autonomy over your life than you will believe. Now, till today, when I share with people about this, I still get the odd person who will say, you're blaming the victim. Are you saying that if I have cancer, it's my fault? And so people don't want to accept that. But I'm not blaming the victim. I'm not saying it's your fault. But I'm saying that if you are aware that of the things that have contributed to you being where you are now, you can actually reverse it. And that's really what I am saying. Because what I saw when I was on that side was I saw the whole trajectory of my life that led up to that point where I was lying there on that hospital bed dying. And I saw all the things that I had done to contribute to me being at that point. Because no matter what happens, even if there are circumstances that are beyond your control, none of these things happen in a vacuum, like particularly illnesses. And I want to say this again, particularly illnesses. I know accidents can happen and you can't control them. And I know that people can be born with certain things or born into certain circumstances and you can't control these things. But illnesses that you have, chronic illnesses, serious illnesses, they don't happen in a vacuum. They don't happen overnight. They are years in the making. And that's what I saw, the trajectory that led up to me dying in that moment in the hospital bed. And I understood what I had done to contribute to that. And that is the driving force behind everything I do. That is the why. Because when I hear people being bombarded with fear-based messages, I am seeing that this very fear and this very belief that we have to buy into the fear because we're a victim and we might be the next person to get cancer or to get whatever diseases that's out there, believing that it could just happen to me at any minute because it's a statistic, that keeps you in the fear, which actually contributes to your stress levels, which contributes to your energy levels, which contributes to the marinade in your belief system, and which is what in the end brings you to that point. But if you can see through it that we're buying into a belief that is causing us to experience life a certain way, you can decide that you won't buy into that belief and you can choose differently. That was the most powerful thing I learned, and that is the driving force behind what I do. The driving force is knowing I can choose differently. Even if we can't heal our bodies just like that overnight, just the awareness and the realization that, oh my God, this is what I have been doing over the years that has contributed to this. Let me stop doing it and reversing it. And that's how you can see the trajectory start to reverse, even if it takes 6 months, even if it takes a year, you will see a reverse trajectory. So basically that for me was so powerful. I realized that all of us are so powerful. Every single one of us has the ability to do this, not just me. And that's why I keep telling people, it's not me. You don't have to believe in me or think I'm the one healing people. No, I'm just telling you that you have the power to do it. And you have to believe in yourself. And that's where self-love comes. The more we doubt ourselves, the more we don't believe in ourselves, the harder it is for us to know how much autonomy and creative control we have over our own lives. That's kind of what I wanted to say today on February the 3rd, 2023. So do we have any more questions or anything that anyone would like to say?
A lot of people saying that this was a fantastic message, just what they needed to hear today. And a lot of people supporting you, being like, I'm currently ill, but I believe in this and I will find a way to recover from it. Yeah, just a lot of
thank you. That's
fantastic support.
That's wonderful. And it's always lovely to hear from you. And I just wanted to let you all know that I'm doing a lot of events this year. This is, I'm having a lot of fun at the moment designing and creating events. I'd love to see you at some of my events. What we have in the pipeline. So next week, I'm going to be at Conscious Life Expo here in LA at the LAX Hilton. So if you're in the area, please come and say hello. Also, next month, I'm going to be in Boulder, Colorado at a Gaia event. And then in a couple of months' time, stay tuned. You'll get more information. I'm doing an event, a retreat in Scottsdale, Arizona. Please join me. That one will be focused on esoteric healing, which is healing from the other side. And towards the end of the year, in November, I'm doing a cruise. And the cruise will be focused on connecting with our spirits and our spirit guides and communicating with the other side. And I'm going to have a special guest on that cruise that's going to wow you guys. So please check my website. I also have an online sanctuary, which is a membership platform where people can marinate in a bubble that is off their creation and off their making. Real quick, want to throw one more thought out there. is that when people tell me, and they tell me all the time, but you live in a bubble, you have to face the real world where people are hurt and dying and crying and killing each other and so on. Now, here's the thing. From my perspective, that world of fear is the bubble. It is a fear-based bubble. The real world is vast. The real world, the way to live in the real world is to stay in a space of love. It's to create a bubble of love, because when you create the love bubble, that's how you impact other people, with the love and the high vibe and the energy. If you create a fear bubble, you're going to impact the world with the fear. So when people say that I'm delusional and I'm living in a bubble and I'm not facing reality, I kind of think maybe those in the fear bubble are the ones not facing reality, because in truth, what will really heal the planet is love, not fear. So thanks for tuning in. I wanted to leave you with that, and I will see you all soon, hopefully in person. Bye.